Hold it right there. You wouldn't drop, couldn't drop. You wouldn't dare.
Hey guys, this is Snack Attack 8. Welcome back to more Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. This is part 29. I figured today I would come on and do it like a Let's Play video. Did you guys like that? Did we understand it? Did we clock that? I figured I would come on and do it like a Let's Play video. Yo! Now let's do what our normal new intro, where we go like, yo! And I like burp into the mic. What's up, guys? Hello, welcome to the stream. Zebra, thank you for the raid. We got a little hype train going on here, gentlemen. Or what is this? I can never fucking tell. Does this mean we are almost about to get a hype train? You guys, if we get to a hype train level 1, we have the chance to unlock the emote Frog Wow. Look at him. Look at him. We have the chance to unlock this emote Frog Wow. I think we should try to get it. I'm not trying to force you guys to do anything, but I think we should try to get that. That is an adorable little emote. I'm just saying. Are you looking at it? Did you click the little lockdown? Did you guys click it? I think we should try to get that. But whatever. Either way, if we don't, it's fine. Zebra, thank you for the big raid. Geroutiful things. What's up to Will? Sizz, Zebra, Rinslet. Oh, like, fuck. Oh my god, it didn't even get us there, though. Oh. See, this is how we intro streams in the new age. Guys, welcome. Whoa! That hurt my throat. Welcome to the stream. New intro, everybody. It is the 4th Friday night of 2026. You know what? I feel like Frog Whoa, honestly. When I hear that, I think Frog Whoa. Oh my god, these 10 bits are raising it 1% each. What's up to Will? Sizz, Zebra, Rinslet, Buddy Bro, Pixie. You know what? I'll say hi to Isaac. Even though Isaac is trying to be cute now, despite simply making themselves look worse, I think, personally. I'll say hi to Isaac. And also to Kingo? I think Kingo was here first, but I can't see it because the hype train thing is in the way. Kingo! We got some resubs also. Guys, thank you so much. We did it. We did it, Reddit. This is why you do Let's Play intros, because it gets you things. It gets you haba. Everybody post ba. Wait, where is hold on. How come? How come? Who's this diva? Oh yeah, I guess it has to be like, you did it! You gotta wait for the hype train level 2 to be over. Alright, hey, thank you guys for the bits. Pixel, thank you for the resub. Comb as well. Zebra, thank you for the gift sub. Kyung-kun. Everybody else, thank you for all those bits. We did it. Let's see what everybody's saying in the chat. Comb finished Tall Boy. Hell yeah, I heard it was a Sapporo Tall Boy. And I like Sapporo. Kingo says this has been going on over half a year. This Geroude started in May last year, you guys. Now, to be fair, that sounds like Snack. That seems like an impossibly long amount of time. But you do have to remember... Rizzle, thank you for the 100 bits! What you do have to remember is that for most of last year, we had to take every 4th Friday off of Gerouge. Remember, we recharged our Gerougeries. So the playthrough itself has fewer sessions than you'd think it would be. For how long it's been going. It's been going a long time though. Am I ready to fucking tear my bright red bowl cut hair out over Gerouge? Still going a little bit, but we're still chilling. Let's see, a little Linus Great Pumpkin-esque. Are we talking about the little frog? What number Friday is it? I said it's the 4th Friday of 2026. And we said that. I didn't miss it. You can go back, even before Sizz prompted it in the chat. I said it already. Wow. He's cute. Look at him. We did say it last week too. I will remember. It's up to you guys to catch when we say it. All right. What else do we got in here? Let's all drink a Sapporo and chill out with the vibes, you guys. Does everybody know what game this is from? King O, not allowed to answer because King O gave me the suggestion. God, I need some water. Why did he do it? Why did I shred my fucking throat the minute we started the stream? It's like on those Danganronpa episodes where the first scene of the session would be like a dining hall scene, and I would go like 400% on Kazuichi and and like Nekomaru and Nagito, and I would be like for the whole rest of the 5-hour stream. Thanks for making YouTube bidding. You're welcome. You guys, in addition to being the 4th Friday of 2026, 2026 has been deemed the revival year of fuck snack. I saw it in the chat. Rinslet popped it in the chat. I can't say I'm enthusiastic about the revival of fuck snack, but I can't necessarily say I'm against it either. Because, you know, it has its positives. We were talking like a week or two ago about making a Hinge account. So, you know, maybe in the year of fuck snack, I'll have some luck with that. Hehehehe. Get it? Guys, welcome to the stream. The game was... Why does it sound like choppy? Is it just the like echo? No, it is. It's skipping. Internet? Oh no, the storm. It's coming! It's coming! Guys, stay tuned for my Hinge account. Fuck snack year. Tessa! Hey, Rinslet, thank you. You're welcome for the YouTube videos also. Oh, here it is. Look. Oh! Wow! I'm about to be posting this. Choo-choo. Wow. Catch me posting this. I'm about to be posting Frog. Wow. Get ready. Prepare to see that in your chats, everybody. All my steeners. Okay, the game is Star Fox 64. One of my favorite N64 games. One of the coolest games I ever played. And this is a nice song. I love the, like, way it, like... They did a good job at making it sound very, like, reverberate-y, like, very echoey like this. I specifically love this little part also. It's very Koji Kondo. You might say, Snack, that's just a little, like, 4-note, Now it's fucking buffering. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because this is a long video. Oh, we can turn it off. You might say, like, Snack, it's just a little 4... Oh, I think it ended. Because we've been streaming for 15 minutes and I haven't done anything yet. You might say, Snack, that's just a little 4-note bit at the end. What do you mean that's Koji Kondo? But if you know Koji Kondo, you know it. If you know Koji Kondo, you know that sounds like him. This is the menu theme, the main menu. When you're choosing if you want to play one player, if you're choosing if you want to play multiplayer, if you're choosing if you want to go into the options menu, if you're wanting to play option player, then you can, and that's when you hear it. That's when you hear it. All right, guys, welcome, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna pull a pack. I'm smoking a pack. We're gonna pull a pack, and then we're gonna get cracked at more Dark Souls Geroude for us tonight. Ew, what are these emotes? Ew, Pixel. She smile. Ew. I don't like that at all. I won't pick up the phone. All right, guys. Deluxe Pack EX. Everyone's favorite I'm racking them up. I'm racking them up. By that, I mean I'm not getting shit off of this. I pulled one full art EX Pokemon that I already had. I pulled a dupe of Lunala EX. And I still have not seen the fucking immersive. I haven't seen Oak. I haven't seen the rare candy. I haven't seen Lily. I haven't seen fucking anything. Fuck you, Oak. Alright, Kondo Shake though. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Quang! Fuck! Alright, here's what we got. We got Pachirisu, Reverse Hollow, Weird Hollow, which is a new one for me. I didn't have that. I got also another Pachirisu, the normal one. Bidoof, Leafeon EX. 3 little rodents. 3 critters in a Leafeon EX. Varmint pack. Throw Leafeon on the pile too. Leafeon is a varmint also. Leafeon. Have you moved the tab that says 1 player over to expert before you pick? But if you go to the volume settings tab on that menu, if you've unlocked the option, it will also say expert. Oh, that's weird. Guys, welcome. It's time for the show. Dark Souls Geroude show. I think I'm going to keep streaming forever. Just throwing it out. I think this could be funny to do with early onset dementia. Just saying. Not trying to make light of anybody who struggles with it. I'm just saying, like, if I continue doing this for the rest of my life, I think that this snack has dementia and is still playing Elden Ring on streams. Sessions could be pretty funny. Though maybe one might say not necessarily altogether too different than what we already do on here every twice a week. But guys, welcome to the stream. I hope everybody had a good old week and is gearing up for a cozy, toasty, little roasty, scotchy weekend. Staying out of the cold and staying out of the storm because it's supposed to get cold everywhere. We're having the big winter rush. Now, I don't know. Where I live, the nondescript town in which I reside, which will not be named on stream, we can sometimes get snow. In fact, some years we get a lot of snow. However, we haven't gotten any this year, and I've lived here long enough that I feel like I can tell. I think I have a sense for when Will sends my whole address over PSN ping. I think I've developed a sense for when the winter is just going to be a little bitch, like fart of a winter, and when it's going to be like a real snow. And I think that this year is the former. Already they were like, we're calling for a foot of snow. And then 2 days later they were like, it may in fact be heavy cold rain. And now people are like running around preparing for snow, but I'm like, that's, as far as I'm concerned, until that shit is falling out of the sky, that's not happening. I walked out, I took the trash out in shorts today. I don't know where this snow is magically gonna come from, but I don't know if it's gonna come from anywhere. Unlike me, coming in the year of fuck snack. Sub to my Hinge. I do Let's Play episodes on there too. Maybe we will. We're back. Dark Souls 2. Last time we spent forever and a day here in the fucking Broom Tower. I think I want to go to the foyer. We fought our way down to the bottom of this area. This seems to be, unlike the Sunken King DLC, which had like a number of distinct areas. This one seems, or I guess it had like 2 main screens. It had like the outside screen, like outside the temple, and then it had the whole screen in the temple for like warping. But this one seems to be just this big, like, forge tower thing. So last week we fought all the way from the top of the forge down to the bottom, where we turned the fire and, like, the furnace and everything on. It was rather, I would call it Metroid Prime 4ian in design philosophy. Fortunately, though, some NPC did come in at the very beginning and tell me I had to get all the way down to the bottom and then continue talking to me the entire time. There's still a bunch of locked doors and stuff around, so I imagine there's at least one more fucking key that we're gonna get. But I think we've pretty much done everything above this area where we turned the forge on. And now we need to go down that way, which is where I imagine all the bosses are. But that's what we're doing. We're in a big old, like, metal working forge tower kind of thing. And it's cool. I had fun exploring that the other night, even though it took a long time. And because of that, we were not able to become positive boss. But we will today, I'm sure. I imagine there must be at least one boss, if not more, in this. There were a couple in the other one. Or is that even true? Maybe there was only one. The dragon? Was there another boss? There was the dragon and there was, like, the gank. You're sure? You're not, like, another word? I mean, I'm positive. I'm positive. Oh, right, the lady. Yeah, so there were a couple. So I'd imagine there's probably, like, 2, if not 3 in this. And I believe we'll be one of them. But yeah, otherwise, I don't know, we got these cool statues and shit. Did you want me to look at the statues, Sis? Or were we pointing at positive boss? I've tested positive for boss. And that shit's lifelong, so yeah, it's like that. Guys, welcome again. We got these little freaks. This is a pretty funny DLC because not only, I don't know, is it like this? Not only did it take us forever to, like, get around the area and everything, but there's also these little fucking freaks, which are pretty cute. Let's get this guy. I learned how to, like, manipulate these to a degree last week. These little, like, they're like little barrel-carrying gargoyle things. Oh, what happened out here, boys? Ew, what is that? What is that? Oh, what is that? I don't like it. Oh, it's just you. Alright, things I have to remember. Heal is on square. Dual, two-hand is on triangle. What else? Jump is on left stick. Oh, hell yeah, but he's back. Look at this rouge. I'm playing Bloodborne. Sis is playing Bloodborne. We are living in a Bloodborne world, and I am a Bloodborne girl. Fuck! Already? Yeah, his thought JLS. Jonathan Livingston Seagull. That's my thought. That's stupid. Guys, welcome. My favorite part of the news streams is being welcome 13 times Pixel. That is not new. We've been doing that. You remember last year the bit I started forcing, as opposed to, like, this year's bit of, you know, like when we say what week of the year it is. You remember last year's bit where not only did I, like, try to stop welcoming everybody to the stream 400 times, but I also started saying you guys are gonna miss me when I'm gone. And everybody was like, Snack, you have to stop saying that. That was a funny bit. I didn't do very good at it though, because eventually we started fucking doing the same old shit again. Oh, there's 2? No, there's not 2. I'm over it. I'm disengaging. There's not 3. If there can be 2, there's not 3, though. I'm disengaging. Ouch. Watch me get this, though. Now, let's find out what else is out here. That time we overextended. I walked too far. These guys are tough, though. Do I really want to fight 3 of these, even if it's 1 at a time? Tested positive for boss, and they said not to come to work today, King. If you test positive for boss, does that mean that you are now in charge at work? Renzel, thank you for the stream streak. 160 fucking 5, guys. I don't even know we had ever done that many. If you ask me, Snack, how many streams have you done? I'd say like probably, I don't know, 6 or 7. I do hope everybody had a good week, though. My week was, I said this earlier at Zebras, my week was very fun, if not unproductive. Because I wouldn't say I like took a week off of everything, but I definitely went out of town. Here we go. Now I'm in the sweet spot. Oh, I almost jumped off. That would have been so epic. I went out of town. We were talking about this on literally. The plan to do this was made at stream on Sunday. If you go back and watch the Jet Force Gemini VOD, you can hear me type the text where I made the plan to go out of town. It happened during the stream. But I had some friends who originally at this time last week I thought were going to be coming into town on Sunday and leaving Monday, coming to see me. Knew that was gonna happen. But then it turned out that we weren't gonna do that because for whatever reason they kind of couldn't come up at that point. I found out that one of my friends who was so I ended up going down to one of my other friends' houses instead of them coming up here. I actually wound up making a 3.5-hour drive instead of them. And the reason what I found out was that one of my friends had actually been like all over the state. It was in North Carolina. I'm fine doxing that. I'm fine to dox that part. One of my buddies who lives in Florida actually was my friend Robert. He's sort of a mythological figure on this stream. But my buddy Robert, who was down there, he lives in Florida. However, he was visiting one of my other friends in North Carolina. I had found out that he had actually been like all over the fucking state. This was like the end of his like week-long trip that he had already been on. It seemed like he was sort of driving around the state. Half to see some other friends, but like a quarter for a potential hookup, or to like lay the groundwork for a potential hookup, which is really funny. I didn't know about this element of it. The hookup didn't happen, but the groundwork has possibly been laid. So good on Robert. I hope it works out for him. Anyway, he was over at my friend's house, so they thought they would come up here, but like he had to like he left on Tuesday. Like it really wouldn't have worked out for the trip, because it was like the end of his epic voyage. So after that plan fell through, we were gonna meet in the middle somewhere and just like hang out for the day. But then Sunday night I was like, do I really want to do that? Like, I'm not even gonna get to like I know we're gonna get there late. Like none of us are gonna get there on time anyway. I would rather just like see my friends for longer. So, so I messaged my other friend and I was like, hey, what if I just drive down? I don't have a fucking job. I'm cool to do that. And I'll stay the night. And he was like, yes, definitely. And so that's what we did. So I got to see two of my best buddies, two of my oldest friends, that are friends of mine from elementary school. We still talk and do things together regularly. And that was a lot of fun. So I went, Monday, I guess, I drove down, and I did get there fairly late in the afternoon. I got there around, yes, okay, I bet that's the last key we needed. I got there around, like, I don't know, 4:30-ish, and then, you know, we sat and we chatted and, like, caught up and just kind of talked about stuff for, like, about an hour. And then my friend was like, hey, we're thinking about going on, like, a hike. You know, like a bit of a short hike, if you will. And I was like, hell yeah. We wanted to drive out to this little place that was probably about like 15 minutes out and hike out this little trail. And there's this tower out there that he was like, we should go up to the tower and like watch the sunset off the tower. And I was like, hell yeah, romantic sunset with the boys. That sounds fun. Let's do it. But like dummies, we sat around talking for an hour after I got in. And so by the time we didn't even make it to the tower, by the time we were like, I don't know, probably like 25 minutes onto the trail, the sun went down. And then we were like, well, we probably shouldn't climb out to this tower and like climb up it during sundown and then expect to like find our way back. Like we don't want to die out here. So we just turned around and we went back. How did you get out here, little fella? Scuttering around with my barrel and my whole cookie out. It's just absolutely crazy behavior. But that was still fun. We got out into the woods a little bit and just kind of walked around. On the way back, we started talking about seeing ghosts and like scary shit and stuff. And then that kind of turned into conspiracies, which sort of turned into like us just kind of bemoaning like the state of like the youth these days a little bit, which, you know, like things you do when you and your friends are like friends you've known since you were kids and you're like 30 somethings now and you're afraid of the future to a degree. But you know, just like catching up stuff. And then we went to dinner. We came back. We hung out around the house a little bit. We looked at one of my friends had a yearbook from our elementary school when we were in 3rd grade together, which was really funny to look at and just like laugh about. And then we watched. This is a total 90s throwback. Then we watched Charlie's Angels, the one that has Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, and Cameron Diaz in it. Because that's not Robert, but my other friend, whose name is Austin. I'm fine to do that level of doxing. My other friend Austin is like one of his favorite movies of all time. He loves that movie. I had seen the movie before. The only reason I had seen it is because Austin loves it, and he showed it to me. But I guess somehow it came up that he had never seen it, and so Austin was like, we're watching it. And we did, and I gotta tell you guys, here's my glowing review. That movie's pretty funny. And also the girls are gorgeous in it. Charlie's Angels from 1999. The movie's pretty good, actually. I'm gonna give it a campy RES. And then the next morning we just kind of hung out and chatted, and then I showed them my Japan pictures, which I was a little self-conscious took for fucking ever. I was worried about how much time that would take, and it did take a long time because I showed them our album that has like 2,000, 3,000 pictures in it. But, you know, it was just fun. We were just otherwise just kind of sitting around talking about stuff. We talked a little bit about JJK. We really did. My buddy Robert, who likes manga, we talked about JJK. I found out that he is watching the season 3 anime. We talked about Chainsaw Man Part 2 not living up. My buddy Robert loves Chainsaw Man Part 1. I got him into it, in fact. I spread the gospel of Chainsaw Hands to him. He owns the entire physical volumes of the manga now because of me, of Part 1, which even I don't have. And we were talking about the movie also, which I was like, I can't believe I haven't seen it. He was like telling me about how good it was. And then he was like, yeah, but I wasn't even able to get into Part 2. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I like it, but like, it's not the same. And he's like, yeah, no, I feel like part 1 was like so well paced and like plotted. And part 2 feels like, and we're like, yeah, it feels like he doesn't have any idea how he wants, what he wants to do every week. So that was funny. Well, I don't know. We just talked about, it's just a fun. It was a quick little trip. I drove back around maybe like 3 p.m. I left on Tuesday. I know, again, it was only about a 3.5-hour drive, so I got back before nightfall. Or, no, I didn't, but I got back, like in the late evening. And that was really most of what I did on my week. What is that back there? There are a lot of guys coming up the way here. I think my vision just, like, blipped out. That was weird. Now my eyes are watering. Ooh. Was I, like, maybe I, like, wasn't thinking about, maybe I wasn't thinking about blinking? Whoa. My eyes just did something super weird. Hope I'm not, like, dying. That would be a weird thing to have happen. It was a jolly Pixel. It was a jolly holiday with me. Then after that, what else? I think we were talking about, I had a job interview, I guess it was last week. We talked about that on Geroude last week, right? But I haven't heard back from that, so I kind of like think that that probably isn't happening. Oh god, this guy's alive again. Oh right, because the fucking thing is down here. So like I was like, well, well. But after that, I was like, well, dang, I should get back to doing more job stuff. So I did do that on Thursday and then today also. But I had one of those, like, I'm on Indeed and LinkedIn and nothing on here. Everything on here looks stupid and not cool. And so that was, like, bumming me out a little bit. But otherwise, it's, like, fine. Oh, I didn't even check for mimics. What's wrong with me? Look how low my health is. I didn't even know it could get that low. Oh, fire snake? I actually... I don't want to praise LinkedIn, because you're right, Zebra. LinkedIn does suck. But the thing that I like about LinkedIn... now, this would be annoying if you weren't looking for work. But if you are looking for work, the thing that I like about LinkedIn is that, like, I get, like, 4 trillion emails every week just about, like, the site's, like, search function or whatever, recommending me, like, job listings that I might want. Which, like, a lot of them also suck and seem like fake jobs that aren't real and aren't real jobs for real people. But at the same time, it means that I don't have to go searching for that stuff. And when I want to, like, feel like I'm not wasting my life playing video games all day and doing my, like, every couple applications every day or every couple days, then LinkedIn can do that part of the work for me. And all I have to do is click a couple times and put my resume in. So I do like about it. I actually do appreciate that about it. But, that is what that is. And Geroude is beautiful. And when I've not been doing that, I've been fucking gaming. I made some pasta the other night. I've been gaming. I am almost done with Path of Radiance. Oh, I guess that's probably all that was down here. We killed the smelter wedge thing. I think I got a weapon also from the big guy, smelter hammer. It's not that, like, big club thing he has, is it? All night hammer. Should be in here, right? Smelter hammer. Oh, it is. Oh, baby, we got the chicken wing here. Oh. This thing owns. This is why Dark Souls, whimsical series. I know this isn't the only game that has, like, a big thing like this. Dark Souls whimsy. Occasionally leads to some hilarious posting. Yeah, there is a lot of cringe. I again like don't really use LinkedIn. I'm just sort of against it. Like, I sort of think work isn't something people should have to do, and the more people like make work their life, the less I want anything to do with them. That's sort of my, like, you know, if you like love your job and you're really passionate about it, that's different. That's awesome, and I'm happy for you. But like the people, like there's some people that work is what they think about. Like, work is like not even like work, but like networking and all that kind of shit. That shit's cringe. The grind set, all that's cringe. That's not what I think anybody should be doing with their life. That's wasting your life more than sitting around and playing video games all day, as far as I'm concerned, personally. So I don't use LinkedIn as like a social thing. So I don't really see much of that. I hadn't logged into it probably in years until I started looking for work again, and then I got on there and I selected all the things I'm looking for and like all that stuff. Now now I'm on it more. But you know, that's been fun. Animal Crossing update's been more fun than I thought it'd be. Hell yeah. Yeah, I heard you guys talking about like trading items and stuff the other day. I didn't know. I guess I didn't watch the little video for it, so I didn't know some of the, like, there's Lego stuff in it now. You guys were saying. I guess I knew that there's the little, like, the squirrels, the like little Splatoon squirrels. I knew that those were in it. I obviously knew there was like the little hotel, but like I don't really like know what it is other than that much. But that's been fun. That's fun for you guys. I know Will started playing the game again. Yeah, there's Zelda stuff and all that. That's cool. I saw that Pixel got Hippo at his campsite. Now, I'm sure most people think I'm making fun of him when I say that, but I love Hippo. He is one of my favorite Animal Crossing villagers. It did start as ironic love. It did start as like love out of like irony cope, kind of. But I got Hippo as one of my like move-in villagers. I think he was my campsite villager, like the first campsite guy that you get in New Horizons. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just keeping Hippo on my town. Like, yeah, he's wretched, but he's kind of cute in his own way. And now I like him a lot. He's one of my little guys. I just saw Pixel had him on his island, so I was like, yo, that's my homie. That's my dude, Natch. That's Natch, my dude. Sizz, can you help me out here very briefly? Oh, wait, I remember where there's one. I'm trying to remember where all of the locked doors that we still have yet to unlock are. But yeah, I'm almost done with Path of Radiance. I was playing that today. I got to chapter 28, which is the penultimate chapter. There's one after that. I think this is, maybe I'm just misremembering. I think this is the last one where you get to access the, like the, you know, the barracks map, or, you know, like the menu where you do all your extra stuff. I don't know if you even have access to that for the final chapter. Maybe you do. But it's like the lock-in chapter, kind of. So that's been fun. I played a lot of that today. I hadn't played that in a couple days, but then I got back to it. Up here, right? And I'm still playing Bloodborne. I'm pretty damn close to the end of Bloodborne, you guys. Of the main game, at least. I'm doing the DLC and the Chalice dungeons, so I'm really not close to the end of it. Yeah, what's up, Tamal? But I think if well, no. I was gonna say I think if I locked in, I could be the first to beat it, but no, I have to do the DLC. Oh, Prowlers? That's one guy? That's two guys. Dark Spirit Prowlers, that's one guy? Or that's two guys? Yeah, Tamal finished the DLC, but he has not been to the Forbidden Woods yet. For those who don't know Bloodborne, the DLC is considered one of FromSoft's most difficult Or at least back in the day, it definitely was. Forbidden Woods is about the halfway point of that game. So Tamal did all of that before getting that far into the actual story. He beat the entire thing, which is pretty funny. But of the base game content, I am very close to done. I have done most of it. I still have to do. I've done all. I guess I've done all the optional areas now. I just have to do the Nightmare of Mensis stuff. That can't be all, right? I mean, like, there's a decent amount of that. That's not like a small area. I guess that's it, though. Because I did Upper Cathedral Ward. I did Canehurst. I did all the other, you know, all of the side areas and stuff that, like, you know. Oh, there's a lot of these guys that become accessible, or like the sort of the intended later game side areas. I did the Nightmare Frontier. So that's good. And I'm still working through the Chalice dungeons too. I got to the Defiled Chalice the other night, which is basically a, oh, my Estus is gone. Basically a dungeon where you have to do the entire thing with half of your base health. It's something that you can mitigate slightly, but it's still not even going to be as close to enough health, like, to actually live more than a hit or two from any enemy. So that's been rough. I managed to clear one floor of it. I'm living through this. Oh my god, my health is gone. Oh, it's because, was I bleeding? Did they actually get bleed off on me? Fuck. Did I just take a bunch of damage? I mean, it's not hard to get back up there. If I have all of my Estus, that will not be hard to do. I'll crush those guys. I cleared up one floor and boss, and then I got to the boss of the second floor. There's only 3 floors. But man, that second boss was working me. So I think I might have to come back on that. I might finish everything I can do in the main game and pop into the DLC and then go back to that. I just feel like for what I'm like how much I need to not die, I need to be doing more damage. Because the thing about that dungeon, it's like, you know, you could whittle down, like you know, like I'm not doing a ton of damage to the boss, even though I feel like I'm pretty powerful for the base game. I could sit in the boss fight and dodge perfectly and whittle down that boss and whittle it down, whittle it down, whittle it down, just keep dodging, playing perfect. But, you know, I get accidentally trapped in like a hit combo halfway through that boss. That is demoralizing. Like, the thing, this is true of all of these games, this one included, but like, if you know, if you're playing perfect and you get, like, you mess up and then you're like, well, now I have to do that entire fight over again. Again, the same way, and I have to do even more of it perfect again. It's just like, you know, you can't do that to yourself. You want to be having fun with your game. So I think I'm going to come back. That's never happened to us on Dark Souls 2 because Geroude is built different. He's too powerful. Somehow I broke the game by just leveling strength only. I leveled 20 adaptability and I leveled only strength after that, and somehow that broke the game. And Geroude has never had that problem. But on Bloodborne, it's like that. Fuck you, Prowler. Did that, like, save my progress of Prowlers? There were only 2 of them this time, and there were 4 before. Yeah, it's just like, it's hard to keep you know, piling attempts on a boss that you keep doing, like, just good enough and then not beating. Because then it's just like, well, I'm just doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. And then it gets frustrating when you have a bad run and you've, and it's like, well, I know I've done better ones than this. Yeah, that was weird, Sis. But I'm having fun with that. We beat, if you remember the stream playthrough of Bloodborne from 2019, beat Martyr Logarius. I think I probably did it within 10 tries, which is way faster than we beat it on the stream. And I that fight I like. I don't like that fight. I like, even though I pretend to hate it, but I think that's a fun boss fight for the most part. And he has one thing that he can do that I think is annoying, and it's just like hard to predict. But yeah, on the stream we fought him for about like a whole stream and maybe a half, and then I had to come back. You want to talk about positive boss? We spent a whole boss on just Martyr Logarius and didn't beat him one of those Bloodborne streams, and then I left and progressed through the game, and I came back and had to do it again, and it still took me forever. The other boss like that was Ebrietas, who I also have beaten. She basically, there's only really, like, the thing is that we were also in Canehurst early on the stream. We went there, I think, about as soon as we were able to. This time I knew that Canehurst, like, I knew that boss was hard, so I waited a little bit to fight him. He was on fire. And that worked out. Because even though he wasn't, I wouldn't say he was easy, it was certainly more fun to fight him at that higher power level. But Ebrietas, you really can only fight her when you can fight her, because that area opens only after a certain point. But I think I was higher level just because I've done so much more of the Chalice dungeons, and you just get a ton of souls for doing those. Oh, this is raw. It's a longsword, samurai longsword. I bet people fucking love this. Oh, you ready? Oh, this is a boss fight, maybe? Hold on, let me take a little sit first here. I'm gonna pop a squat. We'll figure out what we have to do with this. Ooh, the wind is whipping against my window out there. Here, I wanted to see what Kingo was saying about the 100 line. Is my window open? Why can I feel the breeze coming in and my window is closed? Mom? Flaney? It might be cracked. I think it might be slightly cracked. It feels nice. I'm gonna keep it open. Yeah, but this room, there's never a draft in this room. I think it's just slightly cracked. King O is, I wouldn't say King O's ahead of me in the 100 line, but he is the part of the game, like the part of like the tangled Christmas lights that he is untangling. He is further down that tangle than I am. So now I'm like, dang it, I got to get back on that. But once Path of Radiance, once I've beaten that, I think I'm gonna jump back on doing more, grinding on the 100 line more. Okay, let's figure out what's going on here. Alas, nothing happened. I wonder if, was there maybe an item or something we got last time that I don't remember? So some shit I don't remember. Yeah, Kingo and I were talking about, he was saying he was feeling some fatigue on the game. And I was like, Kingo, I have taken like 3 breaks on the 100 line. I don't think it's a game that, unless you just are built different, like you're one of those just, you know, gulp down the slop kind of people. I think it's the totally acceptable video game to take breaks on. I fully intend to beat it, and I'm pretty far into it. But I'm sort of a little bit. I'm not really on a break on it right now, but I sort of am on like an unintentional game. Yeah, if you're one of those cacos who can gulp down the slop, maybe you can do it all in one uninterrupted, you know, playthrough. But I think breaks is good. Always come back up here to do this fight later, and it's always active then. Okay, so maybe we have to come back. This is clearly something, though. Try tongue butthole. Okay, let me do it. I get on my fucking Geroude hands and knees. Oh, it tastes like pennies. Yeah, right. Haha, funny. All right, let's get the fuck. That's gross. Let's get the fuck out of here. But that's what I've been up to. You and I'm Destiny. Hell yeah. I think there was another. Was there not one more door somewhere that wasn't openable? Do you remember Sizz? I need a snack as Sizz 16 Sizz on this one. I need a Sizz 16 Dark Souls Sizz for this one. I know there was this one. There was that one down there. Are we sure there wasn't like one more crappy little door somewhere that I couldn't open? I felt like there was one at the top. Maybe. I know last week we spent a lot of time looking for a way to open that door. Because I thought it was a classic Bloodborne doesn't open from this side. But then it wasn't. It was just locked. So, but I feel like we found one more locked door. Maybe not, though. I guess I'll continue on. Except now I'm not sure where to go. Did one of these levers go lower? One of them must have went lower or something. Well, if that armor thing is a boss, then... Yeah. Oh, there's one. There's a... Oh, look, I see it. How many did we say of those there were? 12? I have the number 12 stuck in my mind here for a minute. Oh, I need to... 12? And we've got a fair few of them. That is... What item tracks that? It's this thing, right? 7 we've got. At least we know where 8 is. Again, I'm not sure if... See, look, there's a whole one... So, yeah, the smelter throne is this one, I guess. That one must... Being the last one in order here, I gotta imagine we must have to come back from this. Maybe we have to beat, like, the main boss, and that's, like, a side extra challenge boss. One of these must go down lower. We've been on this floor. Oh, I guess there's this, right? This we can open now. Geroude. Other than that, you guys, Geroude is still... She's still doing what she's doing. She doing it. And she doing it well. We're almost to part 30 of Geroude. It's a long one. Oh, a Twilight Herb. Here we go. Now we're in, like, the depths area. This is cool. I think any, like sediment or, like, you know, anything, like, falling from above, like, making these trails like that always looks so neat in, like, environment design. It makes me personally think of, like, Nausicaa. Oh, Iron Passage. All right, here we go. Well, here's my second area I was talking about. Which means there's still another bonfire up in Broom Tower. Hold on. I guess so. Well, that means we must have missed something then. Unless the smelter throne leads somewhere else after that then. Let's watch Nausicaa. Did we not watch Nausicaa once? Didn't we watch that with Biba? I'm not saying that means we can't watch it again. I'm just saying, did we do that? We did. I like that movie. Because I was showing my friends, yeah, this seems to be the same kind of co-op area as that other area that was in the Sunken City. Because I was showing my friends my Japan stuff on the trip back, you know, the 3.5-hour drive back from my buddy's house. To pass the time, I podcasted I podcasted the Japan Storytime thing video series that I did, just because I was kind of feeling nostalgic for it. And obviously, being a 3.5 hour drive, I only got through about a third of it. But it was just like fun. I was thinking about Nausicaa after that because I was talking about how at the Ghibli Museum there was all that like Nausicaa artwork and stuff. I mean, there was artwork from all the movies and stuff, but I got a little emotional at the for whatever reason at the concept art and stuff from Nausicaa. And it was nice. I have my little ohm that I got at the store. And could you even hear that? And Nausicaa and Anastasia, what a beautiful pair of names together. You don't jump. There's no jump. Fuck you. Meow. Fuck. Oh, you guys don't want to come in here? Are you afraid I'm going to summon the homies? Look, now they can't get out of here because they're tripping all over themselves. Like a bunch of losers. Alright, now I would definitely say that the worst or most difficult of the bosses, the most difficult of the bosses from the first DLC was in this like co-op area. So I am a little fearful of what this area's boss like this will be like, considering I think this area was harder than that one. I guess I wouldn't say like so much harder. But it's felt to me like the challenge has definitely been ramping. What is that? Are you alive? I might need to pull the Nakis on that one. If it's not alive, I'm sad because I love it. What is this, like a little lava frog thing? A little spume? Is it a spume? A lava spume? Is it a little spewer? I want to get over to it. I don't even mind if I get spumed on. Yeah, I mean, we could save it for last. I know I lost my shit. But at this point, again, we were talking about this last week. I'm kind of Geroude over leveling up. I think I've grown past the concept of leveling up. So, I mean, like, if I can, I will. If I have shit to spend, I will do it. But I'm not like so bummed over losing it. So if we get deep in here and it seems to be like something we would rather just deal with later, we can always just leave and come back. I don't even care if I lose my souls. I wonder how much my fireball will do on this guy. These are these cool like lightning crow ninja guys. We were fighting these last week. Geroude, are you okay? Oh man, I'm getting attacked by multiple mages from both sides. What is this? Is this slowing me down ever so slightly? What do I need? A friend who's got range? You can die. Oh, we tanked those though. And Scotchy Shield does my work for me. Idiot! Now, can you come down? I'm gonna hit it back at him. Watch. Zelda mode. Fuck. Oh. Do something. I bet I can get him from here, actually. I still believe it possible. Hold on. Come on. I still believe it possible. Not like that, though, Geroude. It's another thing you have to, like, remember exists in this game that is not in Bloodborne. Is, the, like, shield, like the... When you press R and forward at the same time, you do the little, like, kind of parry thing. In that game, there is no punishment for, like, doing that input, but in this there is. The punishment is that I don't understand how to use it, and I never will. And when I do it, it is always unintentional, and it fucks me up. Alright, well, this guy sucks. That didn't work. I'm leaving. I'm sure there will be a way around to him eventually, and he'll get his just desserts. The toxic mist didn't do anything. Yukari. I don't know why I trusted it would. I don't know what I thought I could learn from her. I'm doing this in here. Nobody is gonna get in my warmth but me. I'm warming up. Thank you. Terrible, terrible. Yeah, you bastard! You got me when I was thinking about On. Anna Dormina. Her kit was zany. She had a little. On's the type who to go to Thanksgiving and get a little bit of every single thing on her plate. And God bless her, because that's what I do too. On is like the anti-Jim Haggerty. She thinks she can have it all, and she gets it. Not punished for that mentality. It's fine. I was just trying to run past this. That was JJK. You mean in that I got jumped? That was like Bloodborne yeah, that was like Bloodborne JJK Fire Emblem Domain Expansion, Zebra. You guys, there was a new episode of Jujutsu Kaisen yesterday. And I promise you that I won't talk about that every week. Because that's not what we talk about on Geroude. We talk about fucking Dandadan only. I've made out a pact. I promise I won't talk about it every week, but I am talking about it this week. Because this week's episode was good. I would think I was saying this to Zebra before this season had come out. I was saying that I thought the episode that covered this week's material was going to be the Hype Beast episode of the season. And I'm sure there will be more, like, you know, like Sakuga's Mayhem, like, hype episodes like that. I'm not saying I think this is going to be the only one. I just that I thought it would be, like, the first big one, kind of. You know, because seasonal anime have big ones like that. If you don't watch a lot of seasonals, maybe you don't understand the pattern as much. But if you do, you know that, like, you know, you want, like, an episode 4 or 5 somewhere in the middle to, like, be one that everybody is going to talk about for the next couple weeks. And then you usually chill on it for a couple weeks, and then do another really good one. That's kind of how it works. But knowing that this part of the show would be coming up early on, I was pretty positive that this was going to be, like, the first big one. And it was a good one. I definitely saw some people complaining about it. I've seen some complaints. Raw. It's kind of tough. This room, there's a lot going on in this room. I might need to clear that first room out more, actually. The guys jumping down behind me did not help. Oh, delicate string. No wonder. I did not like that. But yeah, so, like, this was the big one. Great episode. I like it when anime adapt as opposed to just one-to-one tell stuff straightforward. There were some complaints I saw. Some people think, and I think this about it a little bit. Some people think that there is some like iconic kind of like manga paneling from this part of the show that they just adapted that was not kind of preserved the same way. And I get that, like, you know, if you're watching an anime, you want to see the part. And to JJK's credit, I do think that Gege is pretty good at like paneling and doing like the big page moment. I would say it's one of his skills as a manga author. So, you know, like a lot of his big like important panels are very memorable to people, like the hype moments ones. So like I guess I get that to a degree, but I also think that it's like, you know, when you're when you're making an anime, you should adapt over, like, you know, present. And this was definitely a big adapting episode. I also saw some posts of people saying that the Japanese fandom thinks that we, like the American JJK fans, are stupid, which I think was blown out of proportion, personally. There were a couple Japanese fans who were like, all the because the episode came out and it got like really high ratings on like I don't know what site it was, IMDb or something. It got like the last week's episode, which was like all talking and plot, got like a 7.8 out of 10, too much water or something. And then this episode was like almost a 10 out of 10 for like what the viewer rating for the episode was. And so there were one or two posts from some Japanese fans of the show who were like, the American fans only care about action. They don't care about the characters and the stories. They just care about, like, you know, hype moments and aura, basically. But again, the way that it was then presented was Japanese fans think that the US viewers of this series are stupid. As though, like, there are, like, tons of people saying this. But it was not tons of people. It was, like, one or two accounts that got some traction were posting about this. It wasn't even grok. It was, like, you know, like, anime, like, people who, like, write clickbait, like, posts about, like, news, anime news and shit. Shit I don't follow, but I saw it a little bit today just because I was... Jesus. Just because I was looking at, like, you know, I was excited about the episode and I enjoyed it. I wanted to see what people were saying about it. But yeah, I thought it was great. I don't think it was perfect, but I quite enjoyed it. I actually watched the episode twice. And there's this really cool, like, kind of Kill Bill inspired, like, Sakuga sequence that I watched thrice, in fact. I give it the highest honor I can give a Sakuga sequence, which is that as soon as it ended in the episode, I rewinded and I watched it again. Which I don't, if I'm just seeing like some, you know, if I see fucking Utapon's like cubes or some characters flying around with aura and shit like that, I've watched a lot of anime. I've seen it all a ton of times. I don't have to, you know, pop off for every single, like, Sakuga fight scene moment. But I thought this one was boarded well. It had some great choreography. It was animated well. I thought I was locked in, tapped in watching it. And so as soon as it ended, I gave it the highest honor, which was rewinding the episode and watching it again. The part where Maki, like, slides across the blood and then does a 1-inch punch. That part I wanted to rewind and watch again as soon as I saw that, before that shit was even over. And I don't think that makes you a stupid hype slop person. I think that just makes you an appreciator of fine choreography. I know the big point of contention I saw, and I think this is interesting, I won't. I don't want to talk about the plot or the characters too much because Sis is now reading JJK, and I don't want to let him know what happens. So I'm gonna use the characters' names, even though I don't expect even people who know JJK to know what characters I'm talking about. But they were just in the episode. But I saw a bunch of people talking about how this, again, when I mean a bunch, I mean a few. I saw one Japanese fan was talking about how they felt that the character Ranta and Jinichi, actually, it was Jinichi. They felt like Jinichi was done dirty by the anime. And I was like, I just found it interesting because in the American fandom, no one cares about that character. And that was what I would see as the replies. People were like, I didn't even know, Jinichi wasn't even a character until this episode, and I did nothing to make me care about him. But there were some Japanese fans who, had, read, Gege's, little additional, author notes and stuff from the volume, and, new little things about this character, Jinichi. And were really cared about the way that he looked in this one panel where this thing was happening, which they felt then was not represented by the anime. So I just think that's interesting though, in that I know fandom here does that too. They hyperfixate on little random bizarre side characters, but. I think it's interesting the ones that Japanese fans of series that are also popular in America, which different characters people like. Because I saw a lot of people posting about Ranta too, and as far as I'm concerned, all those motherfuckers are complicit. Even Ranta, ACAB, AAFMAB, even Ranta. But I don't know. I don't keep yapping about JJK. It's not interesting. But it is interesting to me. But I thought the episode was good. I liked it a lot. One of those things where some people make the shittiest post and someone finds it, and then the take gets blown all out of proportion. Again, I think if that's how you felt about the episode, that's fine. I saw some other people talking about the music choice, which I personally liked. I came up with my own idea in my head for why the music of this, these fight scenes sounded like this, and why they were presented like this, and why that worked with the themes that the episode was telling. But other people sort of interpreted that, what happened in the story in this part in a different way, I think, and were expecting it to be presented in a different way. So, I don't think that's wrong necessarily that, people thought it would be one way and then it wasn't really. But I do think sometimes we gotta see an opinion and just let it be. Oh, didn't I fight this guy once? I remember this boss. Smelter Demon. He was red before though, he's blue now. I remember him. This guy was in that little box room, right? He was in that tiny little room. People hate this. Just because it's not a new boss is. I don't know. Blue is cool. I'm right about that, right? This guy never became a one-off enemy or anything. Smelter Demon never became a mob enemy? Was he just a boss? I think we first tried this boss, so hopefully this version's not too bad. I do remember him though. He was in the the normal part of the Iron Keep. Obviously. Big sword. I'm sure this one has a new move or something though, right? So much more damage than I do in Bloodborne. God, and he does about half as many attacks also as a Bloodborne boss does. at a third of the speed. I know if I see an attack here and I press roll, I will roll. I will avoid it. I didn't want another chug. It is a big old long sword though now. Oh, I thought that one hit me. Uh-oh. Woo! Let's get the stam back. Remember that we're also not playing with the kind of stamina you get in that game. I just gotta go in. Whew! Alright. Hooray! I think that big long sword was different, Sis. Did he have like a massive fucking, almost like halfway across the screen flame sword in the first Smelter Demon? I guess maybe I can see why people would be, the thing is, I don't want to, maybe I'll feather out of here. I have no heals, I don't want to die. This is the way out though, right? But this has got to be like coming up behind some of these guys, right? Because there were ledges I couldn't get to. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's not that cool. But for being the side the side area of the DLC, I think it's fine. The Sunken King one was just 3 guys. They were all like fairly unique, kind of different feeling guys, but they were, at the end of the day, they were still, it just kind of felt like an NPC fight with 3 dudes. We could have been using warmth. I forgot about it last week. If I can use this, I'm gonna stay in. Plus, like, blue is cool. Blue? Eh? And that's why solo leveling is a good anime. Eh. Sorry, I'm just gonna read back what everybody was saying. Just because I was locked in on the room, and then I was locked in on the boss. Yeah, the Junichi, like, I do understand where people are coming from with that, because it was presented differently, and the way that he walked up, just like aura farming. I've seen a lot of funny posts, like shit posts about that. And I can appreciate caring a lot about a minor character. I just don't know if those are the minor characters to care about, really. Will's been playing the FF7 Remake Switch port. I saw that Will got that. That cracked me up also that Will bought that. I guess I'm not, like, you know, surprised, because I know Will loves FF7 Remake. I guess I am. I would be interested in seeing how it runs on Switch 2. I just don't think I would pay money to, like, pay the money for that to to have that information. But I do understand that, like, seeing it is different than, like, reading about it or even watching it in, like, a compressed YouTube video. It seems to be pretty good, though, which is cool. Seems like the remake, FF7 Remake Switch port is good, which is good to hear. I know a lot of people are saying that they think Square Enix will target the Switch 2 as a platform for Remake Part 3. And I'm not sure if I believe that. I think I'll need to. That's like the snow where I live. I think I'll need to see that to believe it. Kind of. I did Square officially mention that? I think if they did, what we can expect would be like a version of Rebirth that is maybe a little bit lower resolution or a little like lower parity than the one that we got on the PS5. But that definitely will not help Final Fantasy VII Rebirth at all, considering on the PS5 that game has numerous performance issues already. But yeah, I mean, I guess maybe if the DLSS is built in, they won't have to like use whatever, crappy option they went with that made it look like shit for the PS5 game. But I can't imagine it'll look better. And then I think that'll be interesting with part 3. But what I will say is that if they do target multi-platform at launch for Switch 2 with part 3, please, for the love of God, make the PS5 version like beat people's ass with how rock solid the frame rate and fucking resolution are. If you're gonna target the Switch 2, make the PS5 version whip ass. Let the Switch 2 be for people who only have Switch. And please, for the love of God, make the PlayStation 1 just stable and look nice. It doesn't have to look it can look just as good as Rebirth. I just want to know what happens in the story, kind of. So that could be a boon, but also I still am a little unsure. I'm a little eyebrow raise at that. All right, strength. Says, is there anything else we should do with our I almost called them echoes, with our souls? Do I want to buy any more like gear, or is there anything else I can like, does this dude, do we know if this dude has like another level of more things? I like that he was chilling like on the ground, looking very like, almost like kind of like a sort of like street merchant kind of guy. And then we gave him some money, and now he is posted up big chillin'. Now he doesn't give a fuck.
You need armor? Go ahead. See what I'm offering.
He like changed his demeanor in like a funny way. Let's see if there's anything new. Yeah, I mean, if the remake port is rock solid, I'm sure they can come up with some solution for it, even if it's slightly compromised. Again, I know Will was saying that Will had an anecdote that, was it Will? No. I'm sorry. Forgive me. This was not Will. I think this was a tweet. This wasn't you, right, Will? This was a tweet. I think I saw a tweet of someone saying that they bought. Oh, was this Will? Will is so infected my brain that I don't know if Will is reality anymore. Is everyone Will, or did Will say this? I think this was a tweet. Will, please be honest with me. Don't fuck with me here on this one. This is gonna fuck me up. I saw a tweet. Was it Will? Oh no! I think I saw a tweet, but maybe it was Will. Of someone saying that they checked out with FF7 remake on Switch at like a Best Buy or something, and the person who was ringing them up was like, "Oh, like Final Fantasy VII, like from the 90s? I didn't even know there was a remake of this." And how the person who like tweeted that was like, "Man, like maybe that's good that these are on Switch." I know, like, for most gamers, that is not going to be the case. But if you are a very casual gamer and you played video games as a kid in the 90s, or you probably had a PlayStation, but you have a Switch now, you never know. I guess I'm buying the Throne Watcher gear. This is kind of cool looking.
Thanks for the purchase. Do come again.
Let's see if he's more chilled out even than before this time. It wasn't. I was playing it up for the bit. I did think it was Will at first, because he was just talking about buying the game, but then I remembered that it was not. It was a tweet that I read. All right, let's see what that... I want to see just what the helmet looks like on this. It actually is kind of sick. Should have a present for you if you talk to him with no souls. Okay. This is pretty cool looking, but it clashes with my whole... It throws off my rouge. What else can we do with our souls? Maybe we can... Is there anything else to level up? Maybe I can level up some of my armor. Not that. Let's put a little on the... Gonna be big, gonna be a bit of a... Let's put a little on the... Let's get a little bit of a... I need to be as strong as I can be for, well, for something. I don't really know why, but I just think I need to be as strong as I can be. I think the crown must be fully leveled then. Okay, hey, my whole fucking kit is now maxed out on levels. Hell yeah. Do we think Geroude ended up looking cool? I know this Falconer armor is like one of the first armors you get in the game. Like it was sort of, we just kind of randomly started wearing it. But it is a little ratty looking. It is like a little kind of crummy, but I think it just like works with the character we made. I'm not like, personally, I am not a huge like full armor set believer. I think personally that they're a little tacky. I get if you like really, really love like a character's whole costume, but like specifically if it's like the same as like an NPC or like a character like that wears, then I'm like, I don't know, what are you cosplaying? I just kind of like to make my own outfits for them. And I think this works for Geroude. I like the red. I think that I do think the leggings look cool and the gloves look cool. And I like that the thing on his shoulder is where he would put his big sword. I like that. It feels like it makes sense for the lore to me, even though it was like one of the first armor sets we got. I personally think if you're wearing, you know, just like the same whole, like one guy's same straight up whole fucking thing. Like, what are you? Are you gonna marry him next? You're gonna drive him to the airport?
Not you.
Here's what we're gonna do. If we're gonna have no... 10. If we're gonna have no souls, I'm gonna buy those and then watch this, Emerald Chi. Send me my wave. I'm taking the plunge. Would you jump from this high up into the ocean like that? Question of the day. I don't think you would die. It would be scary though. I don't like heights, so I don't think I would. I have a rough time with when it's like within my physical control. I have a rough time with heights. If I was strapped into a device that I could climb into on land, and then once strapped into the device on land, I knew it would boom, shoot me out into the water. That I would get into. I don't know, does anybody else, are you guys with me on this? For me, it's a matter of physicality, not a matter of spirit. If I knew that there was something I could climb into safely on land, even with the knowledge that I knew it would throw me into the water, oh, we need to do this too. It counts. Even if I knew it was gonna throw me into the water, if I could step into it here, like back here, I would do that. But if the ask was my own physical self, me, to run and jump off the cliff into the water, then this is what I would fucking do. I'd be like, all right, at this point right here, I'm gonna fucking do it this time. Run, 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 and then I would stop. It's wanting the experience, and my body physically will not let me get to that point. That's how I am with heights. Because, like, I love roller coasters and stuff. You know, I think they're a blast. But, again, the roller coaster, you get into it on the ground. If to do the roller coaster, I had to jump off the big drop at the beginning myself, even if it was equally as safe, I don't think I'd be able to do it. I did like a leadership training thing once where one of the exercises was to hang off of a mountain where you were kind of you know, there was support behind you. Some of the other guys who were on the trip were like holding these big ropes, and they were anchored very safely. But tons of people had done this. No one had ever been injured or died from that. But you with your own body had to trust yourself enough to lean off over the side of the cliff. And that was very difficult for me to do. I only got a little bit of the ways out there, honestly, and then I was like, okay, pull me back in. Just because I had to get over the gap myself. But if somebody had pushed me or something, I think I would have enjoyed it at the end. It's just like your own. It's like a gag reflex kind of, but for heights.
In a spot of bother.
Yeah, I jumped off a cliff, man.
Here, take this. My compliments.
What is your spare clothes?
Sure. Well, I may sell out while you're away.
He's so confident now. Hold on. You want to buy my fucking wares, huh? It's hilarious. Yeah, that's what I mean, Zebra. It's like my physical instinct. Like, 'cause some people can turn both of those things off. Some people can decide they want, like skydiving, for instance. Some people can decide they want to jump out of a plane and then get up there and be like, upsy daisy, here I go. But for me, I think I would like skydiving, which I've always said I would like to someday do, but I've never done before. I would be like the person in the group who would be the most stoked on doing the training, getting up into the plane. But as soon as we're finally up there and it's my turn to jump, I don't know if I would do it, honestly. They think they might have to throw me out or shoot me out of some sort of skydiving catapult. I don't know if I could physically make the jump. Even though that is sort of supposed to be like the empowering part of it, you know? Oh, look at Kika. And I like when she Kika. That's good for me when she Kika. All right, well, I thought we were done here, but there were definitely items. There must be something I missed. I want to go... Well, hold on. There was a loop around, right? Do I still have access to that? I swear there was a loop around. Sis? Like, how do I get over here to the little spume thing? There's this whole spume room with the little Metroid Prime critter. How about I get to that? Meh? Pull the lever at the start and then sprint through the tunnel. Oh. This tunnel here? Oh, like it maybe makes that gate come up and then go down? I see. Excuse me, fellas. Geroude coming through. I chose to struggle onward. Broke the cycle. Geroude! Fuck. Wait! Oh, that won't be too bad to do. Let's see what else we got here. I'm trying to, even if I miss something in the chat, I'm trying to go back up and read it still. Because I've been feeling bad lately about just... I don't know what it is. I just get like so locked into the game. Or if I'm already in the middle of talking about something and someone else, like something else comes up, I like... Unless it's like directly about what I was talking about, I will like not... I will see it, but I just like won't read it. But it's not that I don't read it. I just like won't. I would like. I like to. I want to try. I want to make sure I get better at like reading stuff out on stream because I don't want it to seem like I'm ignoring people. It's just that like I yap a lot and then I forget. But Will saying the Animal Crossing runs better. It looks good on the Switch 2 update. Which is not even the only... That leads me into something else we could talk about today. Not even the only Switch 2 update that has come out recently. There was a random-ass update for Donkey Kong Country Returns HD that I believe fixed some stuff. Like, I think fixed some performance stuff with the game, but it also added Dixie Kong in, which I think is not something that was on anybody's radar. But I think that's pretty cool. I know that Kingo was telling me that he saw a funny clip of, I guess, when you go into one of the bosses with Dixie Kong on DK's back, because they didn't like rig Dixie's model in the game to like be in the cutscenes. I guess they didn't want to go to those lengths just for like an update. She like jumps off DK's back and Diddy jumps in so he can be in the little pre-boss cutscene, and then he jumps back out and Dixie tags in again. And I think that is extremely funny. And they also added like a little speedrun mode kind of, which seems sort of interesting. When I see something like that, that's just like update level, I guess I do sort of wonder, like, you know, how good is it, kinda? I wondered this about Dixie, actually, too. Like, for Donkey Kong Country Returns, which, if you haven't played it, is a pretty, like, fairly technical little platformer. The level design, I think, is very focused in that game. And so I wonder what, like, ramifications adding Dixie or adding these, like, weird hyperspeed speedrun modes, like, I wonder how that actually gels with the level design of DK CR. Because it feels to me like something that would not be play tested or cared about super heavily if it's just, like, a random drop in the Switch 2 free update for the game that was already kind of like a sort of get it out the door port. Just because Dixie, like, you know, she totally changes what you can do with DK. Tropical Freeze, she's just in that game, so it makes sense to, you know, give you her power set in that, but she wasn't supposed to be in Donkey Kong Country Returns. But maybe it's fine, or maybe, you know, it's just like, who cares? I've already played the game. There's also that. Did the Mario Wonder one come out? I think that shit's a little fraudulent, personally. I'm bummed, honestly, too. The Mario Wonder one, like when it comes to those Switch 2 edition extra contents, that's the one that I really kind of hoped would be the most something. The reason being that I really like Mario Wonder, and being like a 2D Mario, I know I'll play it again someday. Like, it's not like Mario Odyssey or something, which again is a game I loved, but I spent forever 100%ing that game. Like, Mario Wonder is just like so chill and breezy. And I know I will play that again. So the fact that, like, it doesn't really seem to be adding much new in the way of, like, you know, like I think like a bonus world or something is all I would really ask for when it comes to that. But it doesn't seem like that's really what we're getting. I'm not super interested in, like, the whatever the, like, little Bella Bell Park thing is. I guess I haven't watched it too closely. Maybe I'd be more interested in it if I did. But I don't know. Some new stuff about that came out recently. I guess that the edition isn't out yet. I thought it might have been. Namely, the Wonder Flower, or no, what are they called? Is it Wonder Flower? The little talking flower guys are getting like a true figure who actually like gabs and talks to you and stuff, and I think that seems really cute. I think that's a great piece of physical merchandise for the game. I'm surprised that that didn't come out sooner. That little talking flower. I saw that. Well, I think we knew Rosalina was gonna be in the update already, or the addition. I think we knew Rosalina was already gonna be in it because I remember she was in like a menu or something. It seems like they didn't. I think they maybe were trying to kind of hide it, but it wasn't hidden. We all knew she was gonna be in the game. But Rosalina's render came out, and I don't know if it's just me, but I think they gave her a little something to work with. Have you guys seen this? She's kind of a little short stack. Like, they gave her big titties. Like, and I'm talking about like small Rosalina. Like, not Super Mario version, just Mario. Like, you know, like without having picked up a mushroom, Rosalina. She's got big old boobies. I don't know if that just had something to do with like the model itself. Maybe it'll look more normal when she's a like you know, when she's super. But until then, it's very funny to look at. They gave her big naturals. But I don't know. There's that. If you want to play as Rosalina Big Naturals, I guess I can't like fault you. But you wouldn't catch me paying for that shit. I might get it though, when the time comes that I do want to play through the game again. It's just that it like Zebra said, it is $20, and that's a lot of money for that. Even though it can't be less content than. There's no way that it's less content than DK Bonanza's stupid ass $20 DLC was, and I did buy that. That I bought. But that one, I was the mark. I was the target audience for that one. And we played it on stream. If it hadn't been for that shit, I wouldn't have bought it. But let the record show that I think that one should have been free. Donkey Kong Emerald Splash, that should have been a free update. I know that this is a Switch 2 edition, and they all have been an additional $20. But I don't know. I'm not gonna pay for the edition if there's no addition of shit that I want to do, you feel me? But I don't know, there's that. I hope to see the... Yeah, even if the edition is 4 cup sizes. A modest breast enhancement. I like that game. I know Kingo has been running a bit where he's like, I mean, listen, come on, I'm not gonna pay $20, but like, I do want Rosalina though. I do want to play as her. Wait, fuck, you can only do this once? I think there was another one of these that I like for whatever reason chose to ignore. Where's the Dark Souls you considered a bonfire. Hey, no, I don't remember where the bonfire was, though, Sis. I think I ran past it, which I didn't mean to do, but I should have. Where is the bonfire in this area? I guess we can feather. Yeah, we were talking about Rosalina. Rosalina Big Naturals. I'm not gonna break, though. There is no way I'm gonna break. Kingo, I also don't know if I think he'll break, but I think he could break. But like, I'm not gonna break. I'm not gonna break at all. Even if they added Jet Force Gemini level jiggle physics to Rosalina's big bust line. Fuck! I'm doing counter service tonight, you guys. Yeah, the bonfire versus lantern. I've gotten, well, not 100% true. I've gotten to the point in the Bloodborne replay where there will be times where I will have so many fucking blood echoes, and I won't want to get like infinitely over leveled, and so I'll just buy like 100 blood vials. I definitely am. It's so fucking annoying. I definitely like have sort of hit that point in the game where when I know I have gone and conquered a big task of mine, I will have so many expendable resources that I haven't been as annoyed by like the loading screens and the lantern stuff and all that, because I've been needing to do like less of the, you know, the constant grinding. But being able to sit at the bonfire is such a difference maker. Just to get your, you know, you just top off on the shit you have. This sucks. This is annoying. I just want to get this one last item that is way the hell down in here, and it's probably just a fucking simpleton's spice or some shit that I don't even understand. I don't even know what it does. I've gotten 400 of them, and I forget what the item description says every single time. But God damn it, I need to get it. It must be done. Go. Good run, good run. Fuck, 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 fuck. Gerould! I think once I get down to the end of the tunnel, if I dodge right or left, if I dodge to the side and then I roll through the gap, I think I can avoid the fireballs. There is one more item down in here, though. I know that there is, because there was another room that was like this. There we go. And I should have just, like, instantly intuited that I needed to do the same thing, but I didn't intuit it. I don't like these guys. These guys are like gravity mages. They're like Timodins. And someone took them into the part of the sphere grid where the thunder spells are, too. So they have those now, too. Yeah, that I know, Sis. That's what we're... Whoops. That's what we're coming back down here to do. I just didn't understand. Like, the first time I just, like, didn't realize that it was the exact same thing. Jesus Christ. I forgot you were in here. These guys are cool. I am excited to see what the real boss of this area that's not a blue smelter demon is like. And I'm excited to fight the fucking armor thing. Jesus, it's not happening this time. Oh, it might! Oh, Geroude! He was there! He was right there! She's right there! I think we can probably... at least the first one I felt good on that, though. I think I'll probably get it in a couple more. Fix your hair, dude. Okay, lock-in mode. my Geroude Sakuga. Feel me on that? I wish... oh, astrologist. That's kind of like FF14, right, Will? They have astrology in that, right? The astrologist... Oh, Melfia! Ah! Astrologists believe that magical powers can be obtained at moments of special heavenly alignment. Well, I'm stubborn now, Sis. I want to get him. Even the collective wisdom of the Melfian Magic Academy cannot pull magic out of the sky. But the idea of the astrologist led to the creation of new and very useful magical devices. And... Lock in, fellas. The Melfian Magical Academy, do you know which character still teaches, I would assume at least, if they're alive still, do you know what character still teaches magic at the Melfian Magic Academy? Do we know? Let's see it let's see the emotes coming in. Master fucking Glocken, snack a Glock. Snack a Glock. Glock, lock in for Glocken. It's Master Glocken. You guys, speaking of, last week, because I found the, I found last week's Cozy Fiora sign-off segment very comical when we were pointing out Master Carillion. I went and I Googled Master Glocken. Because I was like, I want to, like, this could be funny for this stream. I want to see if there's, like, lore about Glocken and, like, something in the game. And I found out that actually these quartz rings, Master Glocken made these. Pyromancer Glocken crafted these. I guess he crafted them so that you could, the Melfian Magic Academy students could, like, use magic or something. He made, like a metaphor igniter. The Glock. That's pretty much all that there is. Really all that there is in the game about Glocken that doesn't come from Rosabeth. But just because he's a character whose name we've heard so many times, I'm fond of him. He's memorable to me. The Glockster. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I was saying I would never want to, like, be so popular a streamer that I, like, you know, actually had to, like, worry about accidentally doxing myself, or, like, you know, would have to do, like, an even worse job than I already do at reading what everybody says in the chat or anything like that. But the one thing I do wish I could have if I was a big time streamer is, like, being able to say, like, I want to see Geroude Sakuga, and then, like, having the possibility that somebody would make that. I think if I was a huge streamer, I would be shooting, like, dumbass ideas off the dome like that all the time. And I think seeing some of them get made by, like, the fandom, that's the thing I would love the most. Even if somebody did, like a Gerouge animatic or something, even if it wasn't, like, a fully finished piece of animation. I would be that would be just so about that. I'm putting my shield up this time, I think. All right, ready? This one's for you, Glocken. This one's for the master. For the Glock. Fuck. It's not happening now, definitely. Sucks. Yeah, that's the thing, Zebra. And I'm not that, like, you know, I've had people. I've had fan-made content before, and it's all so great and wonderful. So I'm not, like, saying that's not enough. I'm just saying I don't currently think I really know anybody who would be able to make... I don't currently think there's anybody who watches this stream who would be able and willing to make Geroude Sakuga, is all I'm saying. And I think it would be funny if something like that existed. What are we doing now? Time pulse? Sorry, that's not a move. Yeah, imagine all the KB elbow dick fan art. Kane Bullard elbow penis. Pop up out of the ground and you will get smoked, dude. And I know what you do. I know you have the Naruto Clash of Ninja teleport powers. Okay, this time I guess I'm not gonna put my shield up. Because even though it kept me alive, it kept, like, bouncing me backwards. I'm gonna run right here. I'm gonna air... Ah! Alright, boys. You know what, Sis? What's down here? Just because this is stupid, it's like a waste of time if it's not something I actually want. If it's an armor set, I'll go for it, and if it's not, then I don't care. Or if it's like a piece of armor or like something unique, a weapon. If it's something unique, I care about it, and if it's just like a consumable item or something, then I don't. I thought for a second Geroude spawned back in with like gray armor, like a gray coat, and I was like, what the fuck? It's just this guy. Wilted Dusk Herb, Titanite Chunk, Cracked Eye Orb, and Old Growth Balm. I think that's gonna be a move on for me. The Titanite Chunk isn't terrible, but I just upgraded all of my armor, and I also upgraded my swords all the way, and I've also upgraded my shield a lot, so we actually don't need that at all. What I need is to figure out how to get over there. Maybe there's something I can jump to or run out onto. Feels like they would want me to go across these, the dudes up here. Is that a bonfire? I think that was just one of those torch guys. This is cool, though. Like, look at that's like a giant sword that I guess would have been, you know, forged down here. What if that's like what if this down there, that's like a giant unlit bonfire? You know how they have the little sword in them? What if it was? What if it was was? Yeah. Okay, but this was the way back up, right? What if it was? Room tower. But was that like a door? That was a door that I opened that took me down there. Well, maybe okay, well, maybe this is the way I didn't go then. There's that. I don't think I even did this. I may have not gone down either of these paths. Except I guess I killed that guy. No, I don't think we went in here at all. I must have just not realized this was another lift here. Okay, but I want to go in this. May have to... That's so overshooting it, dude. I think maybe when the when I was shit-talking Bloodborne that time a couple weeks ago, I was talking about how the dedicated jump button is better in this. And I think I'd still believe that, but I think he jumps too far, personally. I personally think you may jump a little too far with the like running leap in this game. The Bloodborne jump is good. I mean, it has the same problem as like the Dark Souls jump, where like sometimes you'll be trying to dodge and you'll do it accidentally, and that's really, really annoying. That kept happening to me on that half health boss I was just talking about that I was trying to do, which is very frustrating. Just because it's mapped to the dash button, and which is the roll button. But like when you get it out, and you know, like when you do it when you mean to be doing it, I agree. I also think it feels pretty good. Oh, Straddle. Well, I wanted to check that wall because I thought that looked fake, but look at this. Watch this. Fuck. Flaming axes? How do I get that? Geroude? I was gonna backstab him. Just questioning Geroude. Saying Geroude just like it's like a, huh? What? Who, what, when, where, why, how? Geroude. Fuck! Oh, Geroude! Oh! Oh, guy! Oh! Hold on. Oh my god, he went through like 3 floors there, dude. You gotta lay off the life stones, man. Whoa! I'm like Oda now, it's sexist. But it's parody. I'm like Oda now. We made female Geroude, and now I'm gonna comment about her weight all the time. Don't know if you've adored any of the bosses in Bloodborne. I think Sizz means Gascoigne. I would go out on a limb and wager that Sizz is talking about Gascoigne when he said Gehrman there. Whoa. I think that they're pretty good. There are definitely some crappy ones in Bloodborne that I don't like. Let me think about the ones I don't like. Maybe I'll just keep it to the ones I know Zebra has beat. I don't like. Well, he hasn't. Well, I mean, you know, the Chalice Dungeon ones. There's some like there are a bunch of just whatever or crappy ones in there. I think most of the ones I don't like, Zebra hasn't gotten to yet. Otherwise, I generally think most of them are pretty fun. The ones that I really love that Zebra has already done are, I think, Father Gascoigne is good. I like Vicar Amelia, even though I think that she, I know, like Sizz said, that, like, she just kind of screams all the time and flails around and stuff. But I like that fine. I think that just her design is really cool, and like the aesthetics and like the arena and all that stuff is cool. I also, even though Zebra I also did, even though Zebra and I both totally breezed through them on this playthrough, I think the Shadows of Yharnam is pretty fun. Just because it's fucking. Just because even though you can see me do shit like that sometimes where I roll right into a slow-ass axe chop and then I get staggered and then I try to attack again and I get killed by another slow-ass axe chop. I do think like a gank fight or like a multi-character fight like that is pretty cool, where you just have to totally focus on your spacing. And then like in the last phase when there's only one left and he's calling the like big Orochimaru snake summons out of the ground, which you then have to also be like dodge out of the way. I think that one is fun and like you're moving constantly and is pretty dynamic. So I'm a fan of that one too. But I would also imagine that even Bloodborne, being a game that has such a specific sense of style, that if you've played Elden Ring, maybe sort of the uniqueness of the boss encounters is sort of more of the same and not like the most mind-altering thing that you have ever seen, kind of. Like, for me, that was the first one. Like, Bloodborne is the first one that I played. And so, like, even just, like, the designs of, like, some of the lesser bosses, like Bloodstarved Beast or Cleric Beast, I, like, love those guys. I think they're just so cool looking. And I think that if you came off of Dark Souls 1 and 2 and went to that game, you would also feel that way still about Bloodborne. Like, I think if it was your first one, that you'd, like, the first Souls game you'd ever played, which it was for a lot of people, or if you went to that from these, which that game has, like, a totally distinct style, like, neither of these are really anything like that, then I think that that game's suite of like, boss fights and designs might ring a little more memorable than if you've played the Souls game that again has, like, 4 billion guys in it, because it's so open world and big. And there is just sort of, like, power creep in, like, how crazy the guys get. I know. I've seen some of those Elden Ring guys. They look insane to fight, and they look insanely cool, like, design-wise. I know there's that guy that's, like... I don't even know how to describe him. I don't know if he's from the DLC or if he is from the main game, or if people even like this boss. Maybe he is not a well-liked boss. But I know there's an Elden Ring boss that I can only describe as some kind of, like, cosmic bone scorpion thing. You could show me a picture of him and I would be like, I know that guy. He's from Elden Ring. I've seen that guy. But, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like when you've seen shit like that, then Bloodborne, I feel like, looks like more of the same and not, like, something totally new and unique to you. You know what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean. I wonder if that's something over there. I'm gonna try to fall down there. It looks like it is. Can I get up on that? Here, let me look at it. I mean, I feel like there must be only one guy that looks like this, right? Yeah, that guy. That's the guy. I guess he's more of like a... He almost looks sort of like an antlion or something. When you've seen that guy, I feel like the craziest things in Bloodborne are, like, on par with him, you know? And Bloodborne, like, you know, I think it does have some of the coolest guys. One of whom, personally, I think is an absolute breathtaking beauty. Who might also be, like, a disgusting octopus macaroni monster. That I'm excited for Zebra to get to. I think she at least, she feels like she's up there with some of the, like, craziest Souls designs. Steiner. Okay. Woo! Oh man, that was like right. That was like right. Like we were inches away from that. Oh, dang it. I know these guys have killed us a ton. I didn't get chug 3 there. I'm about to chug 2. I know that these armor guys have killed us a bunch. But I actually think these guys are pretty cool monsters. Speaking of cool monsters. The pauldrons that shoot like hot magma out, they certainly are annoying. But I think that those are a pretty neat solution to like a big armor enemy that you otherwise would just like, you would obviously just completely roll around and just like, you know, body by staying in. I think those are a great way to break up the pace of not always being ready for his big, like, you know, big club swings. I like that guy, even though he's annoying to fight. Metter? I don't want to like see any bosses that I don't know from Elden Ring, because I would love to be surprised. Even though unfortunately, I think I have seen a lot of it. Here's the Elden Ring bosses Snack knows. I know about that like first guy. I think they showed him. I think he was like the big guy of like the first trailer or maybe the first gameplay thing. I've always assumed he's like the first big story boss, like Gascoigne kind of, who like he was like a big hulking, fucked up looking guy. He's got like the hands on him and all that shit. Yeah, with all the arms. That I know that guy. I know Melania, obviously. I know that cosmic scorpion thing. Unfortunately, I do know what the final boss looks like. Just because, I don't know. Like, it's hard to avoid you can't avoid every little thing. From what I understand, I know people, like, a bulk of the player base or fan base think that he's kind of underwhelming anyway. But I guess maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people like him more than I thought. But I know what that thing looks like. Other than that, though, I don't know any of them. Watch the Beard Bros fight Melania. Kingo has absorbed Elden Ring in the background more than I think most people. Even some people who've played Elden Ring have absorbed that game. Yeah, Kingo podcasted an entire like 200 part Elden Ring playthrough. Because the two hosts of the show are funny. I mean, I watched Zebra fight Melania here. Oh, and you know who else I know? I know, I know the guy in the DLC, because he was in the trailers. I know the guy in the DLC who I think like pulls his head off and whips it around. He whips his head back and forth or some shit. I know that guy. Isn't there a guy like that? Was he on fire? I don't remember, but I remember he had like a head, and then he did it, and then he looked like he was gonna pull his head off. I'm excited to. Speaking of just that kind of stuff, I'm excited to play the Bloodborne DLC. Even though I have not played it, I am familiar with the boss suite from that. Just because I reached a point where I was like, all the lore videos that I like to watch when I'm sleepy in my bed. All of the lore videos, like they never are like base game lore. It's always just the whole lore of the whole thing. I like to watch the ones that like recap the entire story. So unfortunately, I'm a bit spoiled. Like I'm not blind at all on what's in those DLC fights, but having not ever done them, I am excited to try them. And to be honest, TBH, I'm also excited to play Dark Souls 3 on here someday. I just don't know when I could possibly be ready for it. You guys feel me on that? Oh man, I gotta fight this guy again. I probably can just run past him. What was on the other side over there? Now he's going through the door. What's over there? We died to something. Did I fall off? The only Dark Souls 3 that I know is the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. Dancer of the Boreal Valley. And I'm in love with her. I'm in love with her. I only like really know like what she looks like, kind of, but I know she exists, and I know that I would see her. And I would say, Boa. All right, I guess I'm gonna just. You are not still over here, dude. You did not follow me. Go home. Nobody wants to play with you, Kevin. Okay, hold on though. Where is? No, dude, you're not in this room. Adachi Peak. He's still out there. Oh. Okay, so clearly those guys are enchanted by the soul of Natasha or whatever. He's going back. He's going home. He's going back home. So I would like to find that first before I try to fuck with that chest. But maybe now that there's only 2, I can handle it. Okay, this is a little bit like whatever it was called, Bloodborne thought shit. My best move on Logarius's wheel, the weapon I'm maining in the Bloodborne playthrough, is roll and R1. Which you do that with the tricked form. It's a big slow weapon, but that move comes out fast. You do a quick roll and then he throws the wheel. You throw the wheel out in front of you like a big spinning hitbox, and it lingers there for a second. That is my best move. That's the one I use to poke. It's my really, really very good, strong move that I like to do. But in this, the rolling R1 with the two-handed sword is not even like a bad move, but it's just so slow, and I keep accidentally doing it, and it's not awesome for me. No, you can't play. It's a 2-player game. Sorcery clutch ring. I don't need a ring to clutch. I'm Geroude. You might have heard of me. Hello. I also think I have one of those. Sorcery clutch ring. I think we have one. This is probably not the right time to be doing this. Probably get jumped by somebody. Oh, I had the lightning clutch ring. Increases magic attack, reduces physical defense. I don't think I need that. Okay, we've got 2 of these down here. Now, I imagine that guys will pop out of the ground if I linger too long here, so I think I'm just gonna go for it. Do you see that there's she in there? Do you guys see that it's she? I have for the first time, like, understood what this Nadalia thing looks like. It's like a female form holding up like a big skull or something. Wait, this one looks different too. Oops. It's she. It is she. She is she in there. One of the things that I think is a bit of a bummer, from what I understand at least, I think Sis is gonna love hearing this. I think a lot of what has been set up in this game, story-wise, is pretty cool. I think this idea of, like, what's that, not Nadalia, what's the original one called? Nashandra. I think the idea of, like, Nashandra and, like, these other characters, like, existing in the lore and seemingly being, like, born from the abyss, and, like, going out and existing across all of time, and then, like, corrupting the fucking... Wait, I have to get to this. Like, corrupting, like, the kings of the far-flung future in the name of the abyss and all that shit. I think that shit is all pretty awesome, like, storytelling-wise. And from what I understand about Dark Souls 3, even though I just said I was excited to play it, and I am still, is that Dark Souls 3 basically decides to the entire story of this game, kind of. Maybe it's not as bad as that, but that's what I hear people say. And I think that's a bummer if that's the case. Unless Dark Souls 3 is just, like, set somewhere in between, like, for however much of you can say that there's, like, a timeline of these games, which is a little questionable already. However much, like, time there is between DS1 and this, if Dark Souls 3 is just kind of set in between them, then I think that would be fine, but I don't know if that's how it is or not. Or if they just decide, like, you know, that part of the story is that, but we're not really going to talk about that again. All right, I guess we're going in here, too. This is probably the main boss. I'm locking in for this cutscene. Oh, or maybe not. I didn't have any more smelter wedges, though. Do we think we should try to get them all before we do this? Oh. Oh, hello. Oh, Fume Knight. Here we go, baby. We got a big guy. Decent damage on him. Fume Knight is the farting pumpkin from Dandadan. And listen, I didn't forget to talk about Dandadan yet. We will. Yeah, this guy's cool. I mean, we have fought a bunch of guys. Let me get a better look at this guy. We have fought a bunch of guys like this. But we haven't fought one in a while. I would say not since Looking Glass Night. How many Souls of a Bride do we have? Well, we had 8 before, and there's 4 down here, right? So this may be the last one? Or maybe there was one more that I missed. We have 10. I figured maybe after the boss there would be some more of the smelter wedges. And so I would be able to get this last one. And I'm sure the other one is probably somewhere up there. Maybe we missed it. Do you think we should find that first, Sis? Or I would be fine to, like, just be told where it is. Or is there another one of these down below? Do you mean where the last soul is, or where the last, like, item you need for the soul is? Should I put more attempts on this guy? We've got about a half an hour. I feel like I could probably beat him. A really funny NPC we could summon for this fight. I probably won't do it, but who is it? Is it something I would know? Warp to the the armor guy up at the top. One of the things that I'm not sure I'm not sure what did this. Whether it was my friends who have animals. My friend's house that I stayed at, he has 2 dogs and a cat, both of which I'm allergic to, but I did pet and cuddle with on the couch while we watched Charlie's Angels together. I'm not sure if it was the animals or just the fact that maybe we were out in the cold at night or whatever, but my lips have been very chapped lately, which is the first time I've been, like, noticing that this winter. But sometimes when if I am kind of having, like, a light allergic reaction, I will, like, the moisture will, like, dry up out of my body. I'll feel like a little corpse. And, that messes with my lips and shit sometimes. This looks like nothing. Okay. But there's one more, there should be one more, soul then somewhere, right? If there's 12. Unless there's one down below, this also. Because that would mean that we would have all of them then, so long as we can get the, use the wedge on the other soul thing down here. Well, if we have to beat Fume Knight to, oh, this is not the right place. If we have to beat Fume Knight to, do this anyway, then I'm fine with doing that now. It seems like we're not done here either way. Broom Tower with the Fume Tower. I should have called this session She Who Smelt Her Dealt Her. Megadeth put out their last album. Yeah, I do know to a degree some of that, Kingo. And Ride the Lightning is a good song. Is it a good cover? See, that's that move. That in Bloodborne, that move would be killing. Doing good damage. This guy's cool. I don't know if I think he's as cool as Looking Glass Knight, but he definitely like fits the area for sure. He feels like he is like he's been just down here, covered in soot for multiple millennia. Oh, is that healing? Like a little heal. Yeah, and the dual, oh, that is healing. Okay, interesting. I wonder if this is going to have to be something I'm going to have to manage. Oh, maybe it's because he's too close to that. Let's see if we can get him away. Oh, I wonder if that's the boss puzzle. The more of these things you can put out, the more options you deprive him of using for his heal. It's kind of cool. I knew that would have to be something to do with it. I wonder if the ones that were further up also affected him in some way. Like maybe he would have been more powerful. I swear we said that last week. That I was like, I bet turning these all off, we'll have to do something with the boss or something like that. Yeah, there's a lot of artists like that, Kingo, where it's like, yeah, this guy's like 70 now, but he doesn't really sound like he used to with his singer. But it's still cool that they're out there rocking. You can appreciate and not cope. Alright, so as long as we keep him away from that side of the arena, I think we should be fine. I would have been a lot further into that fight, that attempt, if we hadn't just healed all of his fucking health back. Cornering around the right side here, I think. Because the big sword is easier to dodge than the small sword. Also seems like the sword is coming to light now. Coming to life. Coming to light. Will adapt. 30. Honestly, if whatever Gerouge historians are out there still, I think we need to put an asterisk on tonight's death count. What it should really say is 30 with an asterisk that like 15 of them were from that stupid timed gate thing that you can only do once per cycle on that dumbass room. I also jumped off a cliff at one point. Oh, here we go. Steelheart Ellie? Is she nice? Should I summon her and then put her back? Not her. Okay. Oh, she looks... I like the name Ellie. Alright, let's see if I can find another one. Yo, Steelheart. Yo. Ellie Pancha? Oh. Put it on the Switch. Here we go. Master Carillion. Well, there's no fucking way in hell I'm summoning him. Not, fuck you. Not for like a real fight. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, don't. I'm gonna waste my human effigy here. Oh, God. Oh, hold on, boys. Oh, no. Oh, dang it. Oh. That's fine. It's only a small knock to my health. Oh. It was worth it for the pop-off. This quite angered Master Glocken, my previous teacher. Carillion of the fucking Fold, dude. I was cracking myself up, even thinking about this after the stream ended the other night, which is why, in a fit of hysteria, I googled Master Glock. I was looking up Glock lore. But last week when we were talking about how Master Carillion is just right over there, that was like, that really made me laugh. Just because of how many times we've talked to Rosabeth, and I don't think we've talked to Carillion once since I recruited him from the like wharf area. But he's just been over there the whole time. Okay, this is massive data, I need you guys to know. The idea that it seems like if I am right in there after that 3-hit combo, I can just duck under the great sword swing. Okay, not that time. It's happened a couple times though. I think maybe if I'm moving to the right, the fact that it's happened a few times, I am going to continue gambling on it. It seems like there's a bit of a weird box there. Yeah, now we're getting fiery. Now we're fuming, Knight. Oh, he put the small sword away, too. Oh, he's two-handing it! Oh, I lived it, though. I don't know what's happening back there, but I don't want to. Oh, never punished! That has happened once per DLC boss attempt now. It was against the Abyssal Sis in the Sunken City, and now it has happened against this guy. Never punished. Just don't look at the magic ball blast. You'll still dodge them. Oh, Gerould. Alright, well, I feel good about the first phase at least. For this attempt to put on the helmet of Velstadt, just because, or does it like do something? I will, but if this is for some sick Sizz sense of satisfaction, I won't be happy about it. Did they, like, know each other? The Fume Knight, to me, implies that he would have been, like, allied with the old Iron King, who we know was a separate character from, like, Vendrick's guys. So maybe this guy and Velstadt, like, fought or, like, battled or something at some point. Oh, is it that does he lock in right away? Oh, he hates me. Wait, that's Ra. That's actually a fun detail. Is that what it is, Sis? Were they like sworn enemies? Well, Fume Knight, it's fine, dude, because Velstadt was a fucking jobber. In his old age, whatever he would have had, he lost. And I don't think you did in the same way. He lost it. Feel accomplished. Oh, this is the left hand. I guess I assumed Looking Glass Knight would have been the left hand of King Vendrick. He had Fume Pulse. Well, that seems fun to try to do, but I don't think I'm going to. One, because that helm is just not me, but two, because it was hard. It was harder. I mean, it definitely could be done. We could beat him like that for sure still. The big jump in is funny though. Well, I'm sure we'll learn the lore about that once we have his boss soul. And I got a little bit of time, so I got a few attempts. Let's finish this boss, and let's talk about Dawn to Dawn. I'm not going to try to do that during a boss fight, though, because I think that would be annoying. And it would be disrespectful to the Fume. I went for 2 there. That was greed. Ouch. Bloodborne here. I don't know if anybody else does this, but for me, in Bloodborne, if I have even a little bit of health left, like left to top off, I'm filling that health back. If I have like a 1/10 of my health bar left after a heal, I am healing that back too. I am not trying to do profit heals. If I have a time where I can break, if I get a little break from the boss's like attack, like dodging the attack rush of the boss or whatever, and I'm locking into heal, I am always healing back to full. Just because of how many things like stun lock you in that, or how many things just kill you from the insane counter damage as if you miss time a dodge. I don't think it's worth it. You get so many heals per round. Just top back to full every time. I would rather take a hit and live with a little bit of health left than die because I didn't heal all the way back. I want to dodge right on this sword and then left on this, I think. That was sloppy, but caught me in a bad way. This time I'm going to top, though. And I think I might just be content to go, at least on this phase, to go for just single swings. This guy, he's got a lot of attacks. He's not that fast. But again, I need the stamina to be able to roll and avoid 4 swings. Heal off that. Ow. again. I don't like that move. That is a gap closer. Ow. Fuck. I forgot how many we had. Ow. I have enough chugs. We don't have no damage on him. Doing this now. I'm gonna go for this. Ow. Dang it. Yeah, the rhythm is good to figure out. I know it seems like I'm getting beat up a lot, but in 10 minutes, I think we can knock this one out. Yeah, this guy's like a real boss. Am I maybe a little mashy on the trigger circle button because I'm playing a faster one of these at the same time as this because I'm stupid and we did that? Maybe just a little bit. But, you know, I feel like I'm being deliberate. At this point, this was the most difficult Souls boss, really. You think even more than, like, Artorias or Manus? Or Ornstein and Smaug? I think those guys are still pretty tough. I still struggled with them. In this game, I would say definitely. I guess we haven't really seen the full extent of what that Phase 2 can do. And we got super lucky avoiding that, like, fireball move. Fuck. But he seems pretty fast and good at closing gaps and stuff, so I see that. I'm gonna use this opportunity to heal because it didn't do me much good going in for the attack anyway. I got bodied by his very next swing. That third swing on that like combo, I don't like that attack either. I've decided. That one has a super laggy wind-up time that is quite tricky. Here it comes. Yes. Misguided, maybe. Woo! Woo! This is, nope. Okay, I don't know what the fireball one even looks like because I wasn't looking when he did it before. That, right? Locking in. I like dodging out on that one. I might just go for it. Got him. Woo! That was a fun one. I liked that. I agree. I think if I was untrained, that would have been difficult. Okay, and we got one of the Souls of Nadalia from him, so that would make sense if there's 12. Let's look at the boss soul for that. Fume Knight. Okay, and he is also one of these Dark Soul ones. The guards the dungeon of Broom Tower. Raimi? Sam Raimi? Was a distinguished knight who became infatuated with the Bride of Ash. Oh, I see. And he settled into this land of smog and smoke and fog. The wondrous soul of the... Yeah. Let's put out a statistic that Fume Knight was victorious 93% of the time. That's awesome. Became infatuated. So he's the simp in this timeline. I figured it would be the old Iron King, who I'm still a little unsure on the lore of, other than that he turned into a big Satan thing. But that's where this is, right? I guess I was always operating under that assumption. Is this part of that guy's kingdom? If we read the Bride of Ash soul again. Okay, let's see. Where is it? Well, which one do I have fucking 12 of? Here we go. Oh, he was gone. That's right. I do remember that. And she just took over the tower anyway. So that must have happened maybe before. Maybe that happened before Vendrick's time. And then his guys came here for whatever reason. And Fume Knight was like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna shoot my shot. And then Velstadt was like, dude, come on, man, bros before hoes. And he was like, Velstadt, you're a jobber, man. I'm over you. I would whoop your ass if we ever fought in a one-on-one. And then we came down here and we saw, and he was like, how dare you? That's my she. Yeah, he went off on his own. Hi, Emerald Herald. I hope you're doing good today. I'm gonna put on all the more levels on my strength. Yeah, I think we'll just do it. I think we'll go to the end. I don't see why not. I know it's probably like a little, maybe make us run a little bit late, but we're so close, it feels like, to the end of this DLC pack that I might as well just go for it. That was a even that transaction that just took place there. That was a bloodborne muscle memory. I don't need 60 life gems. I mean, it is good to get life gems. Like sometimes I do spend my leftover souls on them, but that was absolutely a run to the messengers and buy blood vials. You do you do that. You do make that transaction. You know, you just don't it's not the same level of value that you're getting out of it because the life gems are such dinky little heals. Yeah, it's not a necessity that you do that. They are useful though. Okay, well I think we'll probably just interact with this then. Maybe we'll like see what that thing up top is. Oh yeah. Oh, I guess maybe this was him. Faint heat lingers in the ancient crown. Oh, we can go back and show this to Vendrick now too, can't we? Crown of the old Iron King who once ruled the land. King sunk below the scorching iron. Met the king's... Oh no, I think that's describing him. The king sunk below the scorching iron, met the one whose name must never be repeated, and became Icarus Earth. Icarus Mooch. But these were events of long ago, and today no one even remembers the king's name. Is this him, though? But these are still, like, in the past, right? Aren't they? This is, fucking Natasha or whatever, right? I can never remember these characters' names because they're all so similar. Not Ilana, Nadalia. Oh, it's not? I don't know why I assumed these were in the past. I guess it's just because it's the old kings. But the Iron King was that guy, that big monster fire guy that we had to beat in the main game, right? Or was that just like his soul? Let's look at that. boss soul actually again. Maybe that will be more clear to me now. Here it is. Icarus Earth. Yeah. He just, I guess, at some point died and fucking turned into a big, goopy, multi-melton Icarus Earth monster. And he was chilling down there, and he was stupid. That boss was dumb. He looked cool, though. Meanwhile, over here, she showed up and was like, yeah, I guess I'm just going to move in. Rent's probably next to nothing. And then she did that. The Nadalia showed up at the room tower, saw that there was no liege here to charm and sequester away, and she made the bard grump face and decided she was gonna stay here anyway. And then eventually, Fume Knight came down, and she was like, well, better than nothing, right? And he was like, Zam. Zam, baby. You got it all. A soul that can be split 12 ways. And she was like... All right, well, should we go, is this a boss up here? Should we see what this guy is? The Smelter Throne? Or maybe it's not. That was 3 bosses, no, 2 bosses we beat today. Oh, that's gotta be a boss. I mean, I might as well check it out once, right? This is crazy. This goes hard. Oh my god, this one has a cutscene though? Maybe this is just to show Geroude, like... What is this? This is in the past, though. Oh! The old Iron King was just like a samurai? Nimble one. I guess, I don't know why I assumed, like, us going through the portal into the DLC areas was also like the past. I guess it's just because they're, like, old, ancient, ruined kingdoms. Even though we also spent all of Dark Souls 2 base game going through old, ancient, ruined kingdoms. Sort of what the series is about, but you know what I mean. Whoa! Oh, look, these guys are alive now. Were those guys the, like, alive, not ashified versions of the guys we were fighting in there, Sis? The temp is a big fat goose egg. That's crazy. Knuckles are all dried up and cracked. It could be, like, just the changing temperature that's got my lips all dry, too. Hey, best of luck to everybody who has to, like, seriously deal with heavy snow and freezing cold this weekend. We will get cold here for sure, like for here, but it will not be as cold as some of the other places that I know some of my friends live. So hope everybody's power doesn't go out. If it like snowstorms. Black steel katana, that sounds cool. I guess we're still playing. I just like none of these little past areas are that big, so I figure we'll just do it, right? If there is like a really tough boss or something down here, I'll leave it for next time, but I just kind of want to know. Oh, the Alone Knights. Yeah, we'll you know, we'll live. There was a pretty infamous power outage. That wasn't last year, right? That was like a couple years ago. When was that big power outage in Texas? That was like a while ago. 5 years ago. Dang. I guess that makes sense. I mean, I remembered it being a long time ago. But maybe not quite that long. was raw, though. We call that a 3-for-1 where I'm from. Femme Geroude. I broke the cycle. Fuck. Oda's misogynist snack would be like, I'm Geroude. You want to hear about my cycle? It's parody, though. But it would be parody of that. That would be the parody. Oh, dang it. Oh. I'm gonna use the pillars here, I think. Woo! Those old scare bears. It was still icy when I went to pick up P5 strikers. Hell, fuck. Oda, you know how we have Oda Sis Nomura? This character I'm playing is Oda Snack Geroude. Even though it's about Geroude, it's this playthrough. Just stick Geroude on there. OSG. Oda Snack Geroude. But we're also going to have to be saying goodbye to Femme Geroude because she was only meant to be for this one. She got to fight the Fume Knight, I guess. That's pretty raw. I feel like the fandom, when the Sakuga gets made, the fandom will be big fans of that. So I notice I'm bleeding here, which I don't even remember if that happened once fully in the original playthrough. But I thought that bleed made it so that you, like, lost continuous health. No? I guess that would just be the same as poison. Is it that you take more damage from attacks? What exactly does bleed do? It also made it seem like I was moving a little slower, but maybe that was just like... Oh, bleed is just a bunch. So did I take just like a big chunk of damage there then? I don't think I guess I didn't notice. Be wary of tongue. Maybe some people. This really is like a whole big room, huh? This is like a real area. I'm not complaining about more content. Anyway, we've got a big we got one final big discussion topic to go over today, you guys. There was Dandadan this week. I'm sorry I teased it for so long, and it was fine. I guess I am sort of interested in what will happen next chapter. But man, do these guys that we're fighting right now just suck. Not only is one of them a farting pumpkin man, but we learned this week that the other guy he's with, who previously just was like this kind of big muscular cloaked guy, we found out that he is like a freak, like Kappa, like naked Kappa man also. And then the bad guys, those two, and then this other guy who's just like fine. He also seems to have like a smoke power, which is the same power as another guy who, like, I swear we just fought. Like, I guess technically we didn't just fight him because there was another fight in between this. But no, we did. We just fought a guy who looks like this guy and has a smoke power too. But I don't believe it was the same guy. They're different guys, right? I think he's different. Is it the same? They call him like the Red Baron or whatever. Is that what he was called? Maybe it's just the same guy. Oh, okay. I guess I just forgot he was called Red Baron. But I was like, are they supposed to be like clones? Like, what is this? That makes more sense if it's the same guy. But anyway, he's just like there with them. and these other two guys are so fucking shitty. And they beat the little girls who are just nice. They beat the two characters who are nice, and they said horrible things about them, which have made me mad. And then a giant toilet bowl manifested, which was certainly interesting. There's no additional information to that I have to offer. If you're just listening to trying to figure out what's going on in Don to Don from Snack's vague recaps, which are sometimes less than vague, but you know what I mean. A big toilet bowl manifested, and then all of the crappy guys decided that they had to take a crap. They all decided they needed to shit, so they didn't kill the two main girls, like main character girls, the heroes they were fighting. And then this little like childo appeared at the end of the chapter, and we don't know who she is or what she's about or anything. But I assume her power is that she makes people need to take a shit, which is kind of funny. Maybe. It's also kind of stupid. But it was overall not an awesome chapter. I thought that the that Red Baron guy was like pretty lame even when he appeared before. I guess now knowing it's the same guy. I also think he looks weirdly like Count Saint Germain. But I think that's also sort of why, like, I didn't remember what his name was, so I think that's maybe also sort of why I just assumed it was a different guy. I thought maybe they were, like, a group of clones or something. Oh, this is raw. Oh my god, Samurai! We're doing this next week. I'll put one on it. We got Bleed here, too. Luigi here. Shoot. I'm also out of heals. But now that I don't have to fully explore that area down there, I can do better. And the girls got their powers stolen. Oh no. Which, like, we were saying that we were talking about this last week. I was like, I know Zebra was saying the same thing. We were like, well, it needs to happen to somebody, right? There's been this threat of power stealing going on forever, and it hasn't happened, even though a bunch of the characters lost their powers anyway. They lost them to different ways. So, I would imagine they probably won't get them right back. I just, like, stealing these two's powers, I don't know if I really understand, like, what that will kind of do for us. That part of the plot right now, I'm not sure I really, like, understand the vision of where it's going. I definitely still think I really clearly understand the vision of where Momo with amnesia is going. That I feel like I trust the process for, like, where that will eventually take the story. But, like, this whole element of it, I'm like, I just, like, don't really care as much about. Well, okay, Sir Alone of the Alone Knights. Maybe we'll find out who alone will be the honored one. Fair? I don't know. Next week it'll be fun for us. We'll be able to start it off with a positive boss. Hopefully. He seemed fast, which is a change of pace. But for this week, you guys, we've only one thing left on the agenda. Let's give old MC a little dap up here. What's up, homie? Psh. Fuck you. Yeah, let's go talk to who's really important. Who's she? I saw. Did you guys? I don't think I posted this, but I should have. No, I didn't post it because it was kind of horny. I saw fan art of Rosabeth of Melfia this week. Maybe it's because I've had just a bunch of Dark Souls 2 on my timeline. But I saw one where it was like it wasn't like really pervy. It just was like, I think I saw it late at night and I was like, am I really going to post this? I saw one where the bearer of the curse like, met Rosabeth, and she was like, "Can I have some clothes?" And he was like, "Okay," and then he gave her like a bunny suit, and she was like, "Oh, it's a little drafty," and then he was like, I don't know, like Souls yes or something, and I was like, this is cute because it's fan art of Rosabeth of Melfia, a character that I think only I care about, and everybody else who's here, obviously. But I think she should be cozy. I think I would like it if she was cozy. It was tame enough that I could have shared it. It's just like, you know, it wasn't the most noteworthy thing about it was that it was this character that we love on the stream playthrough. And speaking of,
I'm glad to see you're well.
she's glad to see that we're well, and I'm glad to see her.
I finally tracked down my teacher,
Oh yes.
but I've decided to keep at it alone. I need to see what I can achieve by myself.
I see him. Do you want me to build a wall over there? I can build a little barricade so you don't even have to look at him. Actually, I'm going to do that anyway because I don't want to look at him.
Master Carillion and I are from Malphia to the south, a land lush with sorcery and pirates.
Melfia just sounds so, like,
Master Carillion
warm
polished his art
and
at one
inviting.
of our renowned magic academies. But he argued that the academies were terrible places to learn magic.
Guys, lock in, Glock in.
This quite angered Master Glocken, my previous teacher.
This connects everything! The lore! Glocken! That's him! There he is! We know him now! We know him! We know about that! I looked him up on the wiki! Snack a Glock. What was I just gonna say? We have his rings! Geroude, she's like pulling shit out of her pockets, like throwing them at the ground. Look, and these are from him! What was I just gonna say about Rosabeth? I was gonna say something. Master Glocken. Oh, you know in The Office, when Michael meets Holly, and they're just like chatting, and he goes like, "So you're from Des Moines?" He's like, "It's I've never been there, but it sounds just so warm." He's like, they're just like making small talk, and Holly tells him that she's from Des Moines. And like, because he's so smitten with her, it's always like stuck out to me as a really funny line, that he hears Des Moines, and because he knows she's from there, he imagines it as just like a warm, wholesome, inviting place. That's how I feel when Rosabeth talks about Melfia. She says it's a land lush with sorcery and pyromancy or whatever, and I just like imagine everybody there being cozy and warm and just I want to go there, and I want to go with her because I'm in love with her. Anyway,
Once Master Carillion
we all have our
excitedly of this land.
we all have our trials
He
to
talked
suffer,
of the
and this is
remnants of
ours
some
tonight, you
great
guys.
power and the deep abyss that surrounds it.
Because
I tried to ask more,
no,
but he didn't seem to hear.
because
I'll never be good enough, will I? It was a perilous trek across the mountains.
but we have to remain
I
strong.
faced the most frightful things.
A trek across the frightful mountains.
The number of times I nearly died.
Because there will always be a wonderful she at the end waiting for you.
Be safe.
Thank you. And that's the last lesson I have for you guys tonight. Class dismissed. You will be missed, Geroude, for a week. And then we'll be back. We're basically done with this one, though. This DLC seems in ITB, in the bag. Good progress. We got Fume. If Fume Knight is the hardest Dark Souls boss up to this point, then I feel good having taken him out in the last half an hour of stream. I feel like I would say he's probably top 5. I think I thought Ornstein and Smough were harder. There's something about like, I mean, those guys are like a dual boss. So maybe it's that. But the other thing about like Dark Souls 1 has like 4 directional rolls, like, and this game doesn't. And just something about these DS2 guys, even the like more difficult ones, they just feel more like navigable than some of those harder Dark Souls 1 guys. Like Manus, I think also. I feel like that took us longer. But I mean, if you had maybe like a weaker weapon or something, if you weren't so fucking over-leveled and strengthed out, then I can definitely see that boss being harder. It was a cool boss, and it was challenging. So that was, I think, a good one to end that off on. And yeah, next week we'll beat this Sir Alone, who also seems like he could be pretty tough. And we'll start the final DLC. I don't know what to do with life after Geroude. This is one of those playthroughs that has gone on long enough that I feel like that. Yeah, LAG. Yeah, I guess I'll fall into despair. Ultra despair, one might say. Literally, like, those Persona playthroughs and Destiny Challenge are the only playthroughs that I've ever felt were this way about, other than this. I don't know, really. I'm not sure what to do with life after Geroude. It will be weird to have Weird Champ Friday back as, like, the block that it originally was intended to be. But I've also, you know, again, this is like such a... Oh, the houses too. The houses is also, like, the big 5, basically. Except for Danganronpa 2. Danganronpa 2 felt like a roller coaster. That obviously that was a long playthrough, but it didn't feel like one of those, you know, just drags on and on and on and on playthroughs like some of the other longest ones. And this playthrough may end up being longer than that one. I don't know. We'll have to find out. But we're definitely getting close to the end. And this is the end of the stream tonight, you guys. So thank everybody for watching. We tried to make that hype train happen. And did successfully. So thank you guys all for that. Everybody who cheered the bits. Zebra with the gift sub, and then Comb and Pixel with the resubs. Had some stream streaks. Had some stream freaks and geeks hanging out in the chat with me. The geekiest and freakiest of them all. I'm putting that on my Hinge profile. But that's all. I will see you for Jet Force Gemini on Sunday, barring some unforeseen circumstance. And next week, Geroude will return. Big love. Say bye, Geroude. Bye. Fuck it. All right, we're not. Get out. We're not in the locker room. Control yourself. Sorry. I thought I was on this one. Okay, bye. Say bye, Geroude.